Harry, how were you introduced to the church?
It all started in 7th grade. It was like after school, I walked one of my friends home. It was Valentine's Day, and as soon as we got to his front door, he was like, "Oh, just hold on a sec," and he took out a Book of Mormon and handed it to me and said, "Happy Valentine's Day."
Well, about 5 years ago when I was in the 6th grade, one of my friends named Cole Komodo invited me to a mutual activity, and ever since then I just started going to mutual in the church and have really liked it and learned more.
My friend Kirsty introduced me to Young Women's. She invited me and I decided to go because it sounded really fun, and it was, so I started going a lot with her.
We were at a friend's house and the missionaries were there teaching him, and we just stood off to the side and listened in.
Missionaries happened to be over at my house, and Glenn happened to come with me, and he sat down and listened the best he could because he was deaf, and I tried to explain the best that I could, and I said, "Do you want to make an appointment?" He said, "Sure."
Lessons.
I liked everything about it. I liked everything, like learning about Jesus Christ.
I liked everything. I thought this was a really good experience.
Everything just made sense, and just I felt at ease with all the answers, and I felt like finally, like, this is what everything's supposed to be like.
Gave their input on it. They're like, yeah, I believe like this church is true, or I believe that the scriptures are true and everything, and it's just good to hear a reassurance after you've been taught something.
It's definitely a time that I needed to hear the missionary lessons. I had a lot of different problems in my life at the time, and then when I heard the missionary lessons, it reminded me that there actually is a God out there that listens to your prayers and hears everything, and knows your destiny and loves us more than we love ourselves.
We were taking the lessons, we were learning about more about the church and how our lives would change, being a member of the church.
Basically, when I first started, I knew nothing about Jesus Christ. But along the way, the more I heard about him, the more I found it to be true. It just resonated the right way.
It was just that everything just made sense to me.
Without trials and challenges, how could we really learn? I mean, it seems like in the end, the trials and the challenges, the difficulties, they make you stronger.
My testimony grew a lot through going through the whole conversion process with my friend, because it gave me more courage.
I really liked going to the discussions for Diego, was because Diego's one of my good friends at school.
And this really helped strengthen my testimony, because I found a courage within myself and a strength within myself that I didn't know I had.
To my friends who have just really been there to support me and help me and to teach me more about the gospel.
He is, drawing closer to the Lord and the gospel. It really sets an impact on me, because it helps me to draw closer to the Lord as well.
We're just all so busy all the time, and so it was really nice just having like a dedicated solid hour and a half every week, just like learning about the gospel.
I have to say that the members of the church, they're my family.
Even me going with the missionaries for these discussions is giving me some experience so that I can be prepared.
See someone who didn't know anything about God and was so lost about God and didn't know what to believe or how to believe in Him, and just seeing Him grow.
And so inviting somebody it's a good missionary experience, and if everybody would do it, it would just it would mean a lot.
I know that he chose me to talk to my friend for a reason, and that I needed, as much as he needed this in his life, that I needed this too.
I'd really say that the members of the church, they are the church.
I'm just so grateful to my Heavenly Father that he gave me this opportunity to be a member missionary and to help bring light into someone else's life.
Their testimonies have been the biggest part in my conversion. Everybody has really strong testimonies. Everybody's really good people, good-hearted, sincere, and they're all helpful, and I just want it to be more like that.
Teaching my friend the gospel, it really strengthened my testimony because I felt like I had to become closer to my Heavenly Father as well, so that I could be more in tune with the Spirit and that I could tell him what he needed to know and what Heavenly Father wanted him to know.
I like to come to church to meet new people and to learn many things about Jesus Christ.
I like coming to church because I like passing out the sacrament, and I like going to teachers' quorum, and I like seeing Sister Best and Brother Ian and Brother Best. I like coming to church because it's fun. I like seeing my friends and seeing Sister Best, and I also too like the sacrament meeting and going to teachers' quorum.
Well, after having the Book of Mormon, I read a couple chapters, and it just felt like I wanted to know more. So then I looked at, all my LDS friends, and I looked at their family structure and how they were good kids, they had good morals, and it's just something that I wanted.
I had fun going because my teachers, they would teach a lesson, they would explain it well, and it's just fun being part of it.
Invited me to church one day, despite my great reluctance. And after that, I enjoyed coming here.
It's a great group of women. They're very friendly. They're very helpful. Even before I was a member of the church, they were terrific.
Know that the church is true, and it makes me happy. It really does. And it's the principles of the gospel, and it's just the small and the precious truths that were lost, that were restored by the prophet Joseph Smith.
I'm so grateful for the prophet Joseph Smith and for what he did for this church and for his hand in its restoration. And I have such a strong testimony of him and the courage that he had and that he emulated.
It's one of those things that after praying and receiving confirmation from God, it's just, I couldn't deny it.
The restoration of the gospel is just such a beautiful thing. It's truly amazing, and I'm so grateful for the prophet Joseph Smith and for him translating the Book of Mormon and just giving us more scriptures to read. It really is the true church, and I know without the shadow of a doubt that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is true.
When I finally did pray about it and asked to see if it was right, I got my answer.
Well, first of all, when I was reading through it, I was really curious, and I had a lot of questions and thoughts, but a bunch of it, like pretty much all of it, I thought it was true, but it made me realize that what was in the book was true.
I believe the Book of Mormon, and I believe Jesus Christ, and I believe God, and I believe Elder Olson and Elder Retton, everything they taught me.
Something that I got used to doing every night, and I felt peaceful, and just all other thoughts were blocked away while I was reading it.
I felt a lot of strength through the Book of Mormon to get through the past year. It's been really difficult. And help me get through it.
At my baptism, I felt enlightened, like a warm glow suffused me. It's just, I felt right.
I was excited and nervous, but I was ready to get that new start in my life. Can't wait to start a new chapter in my life. I felt good, I felt strength.
Well, at first I got the obvious nervous feeling because it's something new and a big change in your life. And as soon as it started, I heard all the talks and everything, and it was just like, it hit me.
I don't know how to describe it, but I felt so much happiness and joy being in the church.
Introduced me to the gospel. Without it, I was totally lost, in the dark, confused.
Just all of my close group of people were there to support me, and the cool thing about it was the kid that gave me Book of Mormon was actually the one to baptize me.